What is going on, you guys? I'm coming to you today with the TIE Fighter expansion review and comparison. So this is the TIE Fighter Blister Pack. I've already broken it down, so this is not an actual unboxing. I've already, because I had to unbox everything at Gen Con, but basically it's kind of a standard TIE Fighter, right? There's not a whole lot going on here that you probably haven't seen before. I mean, the paint job is pretty nice. The guns are a little brighter than some of the other ones. But we're going to take a look at and compare this to previous TIE Fighters. Before I do that, I do want to remind you guys there is still another round of the giveaway going on right now. So if you would like to enter to win a solo Blu-ray, I will be announcing the winner of that very, very soon. In the form of an Amazon gift card. So yes, all you have to do is become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. All right, so we've been taking a look at this. Let's go ahead and compare this to the original TIE Fighter. There we go. So the original is gray, and this one is more of like a bluish gray. All right, we've got similar paint apps. I think this is the exact same sculpt, not sculpt. Exact same sculpt. Actually, the funny thing is the original TIE Fighter actually has a little more detail because of the fact that it's lighter. I actually think I almost prefer the original TIE Fighter over the new one. But fortunately, if you have 1.0 and 2.0, you can choose. We have one more TIE Fighter I want to compare it to, and that is this one here on the far right, which is the TIE Fighter that came with the Gozanti. Now, I think that's exactly the same thing. I mean, really, it's almost identical to the Gozanti's TIE Fighter. The guns have the same kind of highlighting in yellow. I mean, really. I guess the joint here where the wing connects is painted slightly differently, but I mean, paint will vary a little bit from miniature to miniature. So there's really not much difference there. Let's look at the tops. Hardly any difference whatsoever. So this is really, you're not really getting much else here. This is just the same TIE that you've always been used to. So, yeah. Oh, and we can also compare this to one more thing. We can compare this to the TIEs that come in the 2.0 core set. And still pretty much the same thing. So, I think after you got past the TIEs that were in the in the original X-Wing core set, everything else is kind of that blue, so not really a whole lot of difference there. But let's go ahead and look at the cardboard and everything else that comes with this TIE Fighter expansion for purposes of completeness. First off, we've got our dial there. We've got a whole lot of maneuvers, blue maneuvers now instead of green maneuvers. We have our focus and evade tokens. We've got our chit, and we have some of our plastic, our insert bits as well, because we have a lot of different pilots that we can equip with this TIE Fighter, as well as our new tokens. And tokens are going to be important. Notice you don't get any shields tokens here, but you do get a lot of other tokens. And if you're trying to be a complete 2.0 player, you're probably going to want a lot of tokens, so having lots of expansions are probably a good thing. So let's look at some of our pilots. I think I dropped some of these, so we might be slightly out of order. Coming in at Initiative 5, which is very high, is Mauler Mythal. When you perform an attack, an attack at range 1, when you perform an attack at attack range 1, roll 1 additional attack die. That says attack an awful lot of times. Attack at attack range 1, roll an attack die. Do you think you're talking about attack? I think they're talking about attack. Alright, so Mauler Mythal, and again, this is not much of a change from the TIE Fighter you're already used to. You've got evade, focus, barrel roll, 2 attack, 3 agility, 3 hull. I mean, the TIE was a good formula to begin with. It's still there. We've got Hal Runner. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 performs a primary attack, the ship may reroll 1 attack die. Now, this one can actually apply to Hal Runner. So, this one is not just Hal Runner's friends only. This one includes Hal Runner because the ship is always friendly to itself. We've got Scourge Scudu. While you perform an attack, also Initiative 5. While you perform an attack against a defender in your bullseye arc, roll 1 additional attack die. Alright. Now we're getting some of the Infernal Squad, folks. And if you notice, in this artwork, this is great artwork too, but it's nice to see like the red cockpit there, just kind of a nice little nod to Infernal Squad. While you perform an attack against a damaged defender, roll 1 additional attack die. And that's something I would have liked to have seen them done differently with this, is to give the cockpit a little bit of a red glow to it. It won't be hard to mod that and do it ourselves, but, you know, would be nice. All right. And then we've got Del Miko. Initiative 4 again. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends against a damaged attacker, the defender may reroll 1 defense die. Now, Sane Marana. Now, a lot of you who played Battlefront won't know who Sane is, but Sane is in the book. I think it's pronounced Sen in the audiobook. But Sen Marana, female character, if I'm remembering correctly. While you perform an attack, you may spend 1 critical result. If you do, deal 1 face-down damage card to the defender, then cancel your remaining results. And we've got, oh yes, don't forget, Mr. or Mrs. Wampa. Initiative 1. So low here, but well, you have a charge, which is kind of cool. It's nice to see pilots that are just going to have extra things. You've got 1 charge, regenerates. So this is going to get 1 charge back per turn, capping at 1. While you perform an attack, you may spend a charge to roll 1 additional attack die. After defending, lose 1 charge. So basically, as long as somebody doesn't... Wampa is like the new Biggs. You better attack Wampa at least, you know, with something. Otherwise, you're going to lose... you know, you're going to lose the ability to knock Wampa's attack, because he'll have 3 attack at you if you don't attack him. But of course, he's going last, so you have to sit there. That's just funny, though. All right, now we get into some of our generics. We have Black Squadron Ace, Obsidian Squadron Pilot, and Academy Pilot. All right, we're familiar with the Academy Pilot. Yeah. And we've got our quick build cards. Hal Runner, Scourge, and Wampa. Got Gideon Hask, Del Miko, and San Marana. Alright, then we got some other cards. We got some upgrades. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades. We got Crack Shot. Again, just 1 charge on this one, non-regenerating, so it's you're only gonna get to use it once. While you perform a primary attack of the defenders in your bullseye arc, before the neutralize results step, you may spend a charge to cancel an evade result. The wording here is just so much more clear, too. Oh, we're dropping things. Okay, well, we had Juke. We'll put Juke on the back. We'll do Juke last, since we dropped the Juke. Alright, Stealth Device. Stealth Device has 1 charge. While you defend, if your charge is active, roll 1 additional defense die. After you suffer damage, lose a charge. And Stealth Device is actually one of those new cards that has an adjustable or a variable points cost in the new PDF that they released. It's pretty cool. Alright, we have Marksmanship. While you perform an attack, if the defender's in your bullseye arc, you may change a hit to a crit result. Cool upgrade, as always, and it rewards precision flying. So that's always a good thing. It's always nice to be able to reward precision flying by saying if you're in your bullseye arc. And then, last but not least, good upgrade. While you perform an attack, if you are evading, you may change one of the defender's evade results to a focus result. And again, if you are evading means if you have an evade token. That's about it, guys. So that is the TIE Fighter expansion. Again, just like all the other TIE Fighters you've seen, with the exception of the core set TIE Fighter. Now, a lot of you may not have... a lot of you may not have the Gazanti, so you might not have a whole lot of blue TIE Fighters. Those of us who have been playing X-Wing for a long time, the original wave of TIE Fighters in the core set and in the original TIE Fighter expansion, a lot of us probably have the original gray TIE Fighters like this. So if you want to get some extra blue TIE Fighters, this is one way to do it. But then again, you are getting 2 already in your core set here. So you don't really need a whole lot of these. This is probably an expansion you probably don't have to buy. This is probably an expansion that's more for somebody who's just now getting in to X-Wing 2.0, but still, in a lot of these cases, you're still probably better off getting your core set. But the reason that this is good is because you're getting some of those Infernal Squad pilots. You're getting some extra pilots that I don't believe you're going to find in the core set, but they are already found in the conversion kit. So if you have X-Wing stuff already, your conversion kit's probably all you need. I would generally suggest this is probably only an expansion for somebody just starting into X-Wing at 2.0 and doesn't have a bunch of 1.0 stuff. So somebody who's not getting a conversion kit, I would suggest getting one of these to go along with your core set. So that's about it, guys. Now you know the mysteries of the TIE contents, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.